Sorry, I jumped on the end of your O a little bit there.
You did
I
a little
apologize.
bit. That's fine.
I apologise.
I apologize.
I apologize.
Good start. Your third word you got wrong today. Well done.
I'm just being short and to the point.
I'm the short one.
My name's Nick.
My name's Adam. This is The Wave.
Welcome to The Wave from bottom of the stream.
How are you, Nick?
Good.
Yeah?
Yes.
Any gossip?
I mean, can I go straight to mention the movie we're talking about on Thursday?
Of course, yeah, go for it.
Coming back here on Thursday.
You've literally just got here today, but come back on Thursday.
On this very feed to hear us talk about our movie this week, which is a classic horror story.
Yes. That's the name of it. It's not just the description.
And we'll have a talk about that. I watched it yesterday.
I watched it the day before yesterday.
As we are recording. I watched it, finished it in the afternoon, and then I had to go for a walk in the dark in the woods.
Why?
With my daughter and her brownie troop.
Oh, wow.
For, an activity. The woods are very dark because it's November and a bit creepy after watching that movie.
Yeah,
That's
you don't
all
want
I
to
will
be.
say.
You don't want to be going in the woods after you've watched that movie.
I could have managed my time better to not have those two things occur about half an hour apart.
Probably not the best decision you've ever made. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one talking about that one.
Sure.
I'm not 100% sure what I watched, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I have some thoughts. Come back on Thursday.
We have thoughts.
And we'll talk about that. Last week we watched
Destruction Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. A very different film.
Very different to anything else ever.
To my knowledge, Frankie Muniz has not yet hit us up.
No, I've not heard anything from old Frank.
But that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It's just what we do, isn't it? They're the sort of movies that we watch on this show.
So check out that episode as well. I've had a good week. Yeah, how about you?
Yeah, not bad. Went to see Russell Brand on Sunday night.
And was he good?
He was good. Yeah, he was really good. He doesn't appear to have lost it in any way, so that's nice.
Did you laugh much?
A lot. I did laugh a lot. I just find him so funny. I love the guy. I bet he started at 6 o'clock. Came on stage at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Which is really early.
It is quite early.
It threw off all my plans. And so he started at 6 and he was chatting away. And then he said, can you bring the house lights up? After about 10 minutes.
Sure.
Because he wanted to do some audience stuff.
Of course.
So he brought the house lights up and he's like, where the fuck is everybody? There's literally barely anybody in there. And he's like, what the fuck's going on? And then all of a sudden the doors opened at the side.
Right.
And 150 people walked in. Had
he gone early then?
No, he'd started on time.
People were just
late.
Checked.
Yeah. And he was not happy.
Because usually stuff is like 7, half 7.
7:30.
Yeah.
But he said just because now he doesn't drink, he doesn't do drugs, he doesn't watch porn, anything like that.
He wants to go to bed early.
His voice is going to bed early, so that's what he does. So, but yeah, so he did. We had an email saying it was 6 till half 7, no interval.
Okay.
And he did 6 till nearly 8:30 with an interval.
Okay.
so yeah, he's still a rule breaker. But yeah, he ripped these people to shreds when they were walking in. It was so funny. It was really funny. But yeah, it was good. It was a good night.
Excellent.
I really enjoyed myself. I went to the cinema last night.
Oh, all right. What have we seen?
Watched The Eternals.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It's mediocre. It's all right.
Seems to be the general gist
it's
of
fine.
What people are saying.
It's too long.
Sure.
And if they'd have
self-indulgent.
Yeah. If they'd have cut 45 minutes to an hour out of it, it wouldn't have made any difference, and it probably would have made it a bit more snappy.
Okay.
There's a lots of looking off into the distance. And it's really weird that both guys from Game of Thrones are in it. I find that really strange.
I thought that was just on the casting. I was like, should we be?
I couldn't get past it. It was really weird. They did a scene together. And I'm like, this is weird.
They're bros from another show. And Angelina Jolie is horrendous in it.
Oh,
really?
So bad.
Is she in it much?
She's one of the Eternals, so yeah, she's in it a bit.
Sure, but there's about 17 of them.
There's quite a few of them. Yeah. No, she's not in it a lot. I wouldn't have thought, but she's bad.
Okay,
she's bad. But yeah, it's fine. I'm going to see Ghostbusters next week though, so hopefully that'll be.
Yeah,
good.
I might try and sneak that in this week.
I'm looking forward to that. Come with me on Monday. I'm going on Monday.
I'm not sure that'll be possible.
Okay,
but we can discuss this off air.
Yeah, that's an off-air conversation. What else have I done? I think that's it.
Good. No, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a good week.
I'm usually quite up for a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
As like an event. Don't always get to see them at the cinema, but try to get most of them. I am absolutely nonplussed about the Eternals.
Yeah, it's
completely.
I've seen it and I still am. It's just a case that all they've done is just introduced a few more characters into the universe. That's all it is. They'll just pop up in a couple of other projects, I would have thought. further down the line.
Do you think it's really lost its zip since? I mean, is everyone waiting? I know Shang-Chi was good.
Yeah, everyone's waiting for Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
So
there's not been much spark since old
no,
beating Thanos.
I mean that trailer came out for Spider-Man a couple of days ago now.
Sure.
Everybody went wild for that. That's
exactly.
all everybody wants to get back to the Avengers. Everybody wants to see what's going on, and we just seems like we're being delayed from that.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man will do big money.
Oh, huge!
It'll be huge.
It'll be absolutely massive.
It will. It'll do big money, just mainly for the curiosity factor.
Yeah.
It'll do it early as well because people won't want to be spoiled on it.
Yeah, it
So
will
there's
be.
big things going to happen in there.
It'll be right up there with some of the biggest money they've ever made.
It'll be the biggest opening weekend in probably since Endgame because there's obviously not been many big opening weekends the last 18 months, but yeah, it'll be huge.
Yeah,
it's going to be huge.
I would say so.
I can't wait. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
Do you like the trailer?
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed the trailer. I think it's good. I think it's a bit sneaky how they've seemed to have edited a few people out of it in different places, and it's going to be interesting.
Good, I think it's good. Go
Part
to
of me
that
wants,
effort.
Part of me wants those two guys to not turn up just to piss everybody off.
Massive
Just
troll
not
job.
be there. It'd be really funny. But it's quite clear that it's going to happen.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
And
Hollywood's
everyone
worst kept
knows that's
secret.
going to happen, and that's
Yeah, it's just how they do it and how they make it make sense. That's what worries me. Can they make it make sense? We already have one character that's the same person in both universes. J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
So why is Spider-Man different? I'm going to reserve judgment until it's done. We need to correct our opinion on the Lightyear trailer that came out a few weeks ago.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, because we got it wrong.
Did we? What did we say?
So we said it was a film. This is really confusing and really geeky. We said it was a film based on the human version of Buzz Lightyear,
right?
In universe.
Okay,
so there was a real human in
the
Toy Story universe that the toy was based on.
Sure.
That is not correct.
Okay.
So this film is the film that the toy is based on.
Right. Okay.
So Buzz Lightyear is based on a film character from a film in universe in the Toy Story universe, and this is that film.
So we're seeing a film that like Andy would have gone to see.
Yes.
So say, Mum, I want that. I want that toy.
And there's a school of thought that will be the end of the film.
Sure.
Will be him leaving that film and wanting to buy that toy.
Sorry
so presumably
for a pre-spoiler if I've just
no, it's fine.
Made that up.
But so presumably it's going to be set early 90s, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we got that wrong a few weeks ago, but who gives a shit?
Splitting hairs.
Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to Lightyear. I think it's going to be great. There's a lot of good stuff coming. I'm looking forward to Ghostbusters. Can't wait for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Matrix is coming. I'm looking for. I'll see it.
Yeah, me too. I'll see it.
It's another one more intrigued about what it's going to be than what it actually is.
And how good can it be? Do you know what I mean? Because that first one was so revolutionary for its time.
Yeah.
And then I think the second one's okay. It's not terrible, but they do disappear swiftly up their own backsides.
Very, very quickly.
How do you come back from that? I just did people want this? I don't think there was a massive clamouring for it. And,
no, I don't think so.
I feel it might be a bit flat.
Yeah, maybe.
But I do like Keanu Reeves. So
who doesn't?
Exactly.
So yeah, we'll go and we'll see that. We'll check that out. I'll report back when I've seen it.
Excellent.
It's going to be a good run into Christmas, I think.
Yeah.
Film-wise.
I think so.
Hopefully Robin the Randomizer will treat as well. And we'll as well.
I'm not counting any of those chickens.
No, mate, do you want to do some Netflix news?
Let's do it.
This one?
Yeah. I mean, do you know Star Trek?
Yeah. I've heard of it.
There's a lot of controversy this week.
Yeah, it's a strange story, isn't it?
If you're in, anywhere except the United States, basically, then you're a fan of Star Trek Discovery.
Yep.
Which is their current and I believe only live action TV show.
I think so, yeah.
Then that has pretty much been shown on Netflix internationally.
Yep.
Until now, because Paramount has paid off Netflix.
Yeah.
To end its deal early, basically 5 days before
it was literally
the new season was about to launch.
The new season was coming. They've been advertising it. Yeah, they've been advertising it.
They've paid them off and said, nope, you're not having those episodes. We're keeping them in the bank.
Yeah.
It will premiere on Paramount Plus in the United States and CTV in Canada. Everywhere else,
you're gonna have to wait for it.
You're gonna have to wait because Paramount Plus want to launch next year internationally, and that's the belief that they're keeping it.
I saw a really funny tweet about this.
Okay.
Somebody put Star Trek Discovery has been moved to BitTorrent in the UK. But it was
absolutely spot on.
Yeah, because nobody's waiting for that now. Why would you?
This is just Surely this is cutting your nose off to spite your face.
It's been marketed over here as a Netflix original.
Yeah.
And it isn't, clearly. So
Sure.
that was a lie also. But yeah, people will just stream it. There's plenty of places. I don't want to advertise these places, but there are plenty of places where you can find content.
You can't tell me the amount of money you would make from people going, oh, I'll wait until I can get my international Paramount Plus before I watch that.
You're pissing people. All you're doing is pissing yourself.
Exactly. That money you're going to make from that is not going to outweigh what you're losing from A, paying Netflix off, and B, the people that will just go stream it and then not sign up to your
all you're doing
service.
is pissing off people that would have signed up for it anyway.
Yeah.
Just if you're not ready to launch, don't launch it when you're ready with season 5.
Yeah.
This seems really bizarre. It's a really bizarre decision, but yeah,
So Trekkies up in arms, international Trekkies.
Sorry, Trekkies.
I've never watched that show.
Don't think I've ever watched any Star Trek project.
I
may have seen one of the Zachary Quinto
most
films.
of the movies.
I think I might have seen one of the later movies.
Yeah.
Was it one of the Chris's is in them?
Chris Pine
And Zachary Quinto. I think I've seen one of them. I kissed my mic then. I didn't mean to. Next.
Do you know what Netflix is doing with some of the movie that it's some of the money that it's been received for being paid off to not show Star Trek?
What?
They are doubling the size of their base at Shepperton Studios in the UK.
That hasn't even been open that long.
Yeah, as they're ramping up their output. Yeah, the studios are going to more than double in size.
That's crazy.
I think they're going from something like 14 to 31 stages.
31 stages.
Yeah, Netflix hasn't got all of those, but it's got a good percentage of them. So it's investment in the UK.
That's good. That's what we want.
It's a lot cheaper for various tax reasons to film.
They spent
here.
Yeah, they made 60 TV shows and films in the UK last year.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's a lot of TV shows and films.
I mean, it's not just them. I mean, a lot of the new Disney Plus stuff is being done over here. Like the Obi-Wan Kenobi show currently been filmed over here. Says they've made a desert in the middle of the Cotswolds somewhere.
Nice.
So
is Jeremy Clarkson aware of this?
It's probably one of his fields.
Probably is.
Excellent. Do you know Randall Park?
Yeah.
From One Division, from many other movies. He has signed up for a new sitcom from the creators of Superstore.
Oh, right. Okay. Which I still haven't seen the finale episode.
That's pretty much the only reason I wanted to
I need to hit up one of these streaming sites I've just been talking about.
Maybe. It's called Blockbuster.
Okay.
It's a Blockbuster comedy, and it's about the last video store in America, the last Blockbuster video store.
Is that still open? It was open recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we talked about it probably quite a long time ago. You can go and stay there.
Yeah, you can have it as an Airbnb, can't you?
Yeah, and watch videos. So I don't know if it means that or it's going to be a bit more, an actual working video store. But he is going to star in this. Coming next year to Netflix.
Excellent.
10 episodes.
I'm looking forward to that. Superstore's a great show, so no reason why Blockbuster wouldn't be as well. Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, sure. Netflix is telling us.
I read this in the week and I'm like, you've never told us this before. Why are you telling us this now?
That Red Notice is its biggest ever hit.
Yeah.
In the space of a couple of days.
They told it literally a couple of days after it was released. Now, they don't normally do things like that.
Well, that might be because they've slightly changed their metric.
Yeah.
Some might say, cynically, to promote this movie.
Really?
Because they've said it's the most watched movie in its first weekend, basically.
Yeah.
And they've never before released a weekend.
No, stats usually come out on a Tuesday from Netflix. So no, they've never done opening weekend stats before.
Yeah, and that's what
they needed to break some sort of record.
Exactly. So like they could get
just making up records.
Ryan Reynolds to go. Oh, let's
break some records.
It's his biggest ever movie.
To be fair, everybody I know has watched it.
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Oh, should we talk about it
we'll
now?
talk about should we do it in a bit?
We'll do it in what we've watched.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know anybody who hasn't watched it.
No.
So
along with this metric, Netflix have released a whole new website.
Yeah. Should we do that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is top10.netflix.com.
Yeah, it's really interesting. We've just been going through it before we started recording. I mean, it is actually a really interesting website.
Sure. You can they've always been sort of criticised. I don't know. Do people care that much about a lack of transparency of some of the viewing figures? You now have this website where you can look at films by country, by language, TV series. You can see for the current week, past weeks, how many hours have been spent viewing them, and this is one of their, like I say, the new transparency.
They've been a lot more transparent on their viewing figures, which is something they've never ever done before.
You've got a list of which films are top in which country. You can cut this data any way you want, really.
Yeah,
it's all bullshit, isn't it?
Of course it is.
I mean,
it's interesting.
Yeah,
but it's nothing more than interesting.
What does it mean, really? I mean,
I've never heard of the film at number 2.
That this film is top 10 in, any country, really?
No. But there is something really interesting in this week's top 10.
Sure. So global film, for English language films, and this is a global list.
Yeah.
So the top 10 global movies.
Do you want to read them from 10 to 1?
Sure. Number 10.
I'll stop you when I find something interesting.
Number 10 is Jumanji, The Next Level.
Good film. It's got The Rock in it.
6.8 million hours viewed this week. Number 9 is Transformers, The Last Night. 6.9 million
Not
hours
a good
viewed.
film.
Number 8 is Passing.
Yeah.
7.5 million hours viewed. We talked about that last week.
I'm going to try and get to watch that at some
Me
point.
too. Number 7 is Army of the Dead.
Presumably because Army of Thieves came out, people are catching up on Army of the Dead.
Yeah, I think that's a
maybe.
Good possibility. Number 6, with just under 8 million hours viewed this week, is unbelievably a movie that we have done on this show.
What is going on here? What has happened?
The show that's called Bottom of the Stream.
Yeah, where nobody watches these films.
And it's a movie called 211, which we did season 2.
I think it was a season 2 finale, I think.
It's a Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah. What? Why is this in the top 10 this week?
It's like a Nicolas Cage straight-to-video movie that was made in the back end of Bulgaria or something.
Yeah. It's about cops, and it's a cop movie, isn't it?
Now, the only thing I can possibly see is that it has newly been released onto Netflix.
Well, luckily, on this website, you can...
in certain areas of the world.
This goes into a bit more detail than normal as well. So this will tell you that it's a top 10 film in 21 countries on Netflix currently. And they're all South American countries.
South or Central America, yeah.
Yeah. So it's obviously just been released down in the South Americas. And that's managed to catch it into the top 10 worldwide.
They're loving the Nicolas Cage bank robbery movie.
It's insane.
So many watches that is in the global top 10. That is
only
amazing.
Just outside the global top 5. It's blown my mind that that's happened. I'm not lying to you.
It's a terrible movie.
I imagine Nick Cage is like, what?
Oh, he's not getting any coin from it, is he?
No. I hope not.
Number 5 is Father Christmas is Back.
Yep.
Nearly 14 million. It's almost double.
Yeah.
211.
The numbers do go up quite rapidly.
They really do. Number 4, Army of Thieves. 20.5 million hours viewed.
Yeah.
Number 3, The Harder They Fall. 33 million hours viewed.
Yeah.
I watched that last week. I said my 2 hours and 15 minutes are in there.
I haven't got to it yet, but I will get
it's
to
great.
it soon. Yeah, I've heard it's good.
Absolutely. Really a fun time.
Maybe I'll do it this weekend.
Number 2 is Love Hard.
I don't know what that is.
That's your nickname.
It's really not. Miserable Soft, that's my nickname.
It may be a Christmas movie.
It may be. I've never heard of it.
60 million.
Almost.
Hours viewed. Number 1, the aforementioned Red Notice. 148.7 million hours viewed this week.
That's a lot of hours.
It is quite long.
It's nearly... is that more than all the others put together? Yeah, it is. Almost. Yeah, it's pretty much more than all the others put together.
So, again...
Red Notice has done really well this week. That's what we're saying, isn't it?
Sure. and obviously it's had the full machine behind it.
Top 10 in 94 countries on Netflix.
I find it really interesting that this website was released the same week as that movie was. It's all part of the strategy, isn't it?
Love Hard is also top 10 in 94 countries this week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really interesting website, actually. There's also like the all-time one.
Yeah, all-time top 10
films. What they don't do We say that's all time, but it's hours viewed in the first 28 days.
Yeah, so these are different metrics.
Yeah.
Because we've just done the top 10 films of the top 10 films of the week, which is hours watched.
Yeah.
In the week.
Yeah.
Whereas all time, they are still counting it on the hours watched in the first 28 days.
But they don't do hours watched all time, do they? But I don't suppose they can because of age of film. Do you know what I mean?
Because something has been on there longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that is how they do their all-time list, is the first month.
Yeah.
How many hours were viewed.
Because
Bird Box wins that list by a mile.
Yeah, and
it's hard to think that anything will ever be.
You've got Red Notice only 20 million off that, breaking into that list.
Yeah.
Just on its first week.
But it's got to double its views to get to that number one.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's don't know. It seems uncatchable. You think the Extraction's like 50 million hours behind it. The Irishman's like 70 million hours behind it. And 70 million hours is a long time.
It's quite a long time.
It's
a long time for one person.
And then you can download them. You can do TV shows as well. I've not even looked at the TV shows. So we see what the top 10 TV shows this week are.
Yeah, sure.
Narcos Mexico season 3.
So your top 10 is You season 1 is number 10. You season 2 is number 9. Narcos Mexico season 1 is number 8. Lock and Key season 2, number 7. Number 6 is Dynasty season 4. Number 5 is Big Mouth season 5. 4 is Made. 3 is You season 3. 2 is Arcane, which is the League of Legends animation, I think. Number 1, Narcos Mexico season 3.
It's interesting that they split it by seasons as well. I don't think I've ever seen them do that before. I think normally, isn't it just like...
You can't lump... Yeah.
I think you just I think they used to just lump everything on. So presumably at all time one's going to be Squid Game. Squid Game not in that list at all? Or
not for this week, no.
Or in this? Oh, it's weird. These are English language shows, that's why.
Yeah.
So Bridgerton season 1 is nearly 50 million ahead of Stranger Things season 3 of all time.
Sure.
I want to see what Squid Game is. Still number 1, 9 weeks in the top 10.
So
what?
Yeah, so your gasp then was because
these are non-English language TV shows.
Non-English language TV shows in their first 28 days. Squid Game is number 1 with 1,650,450,000 hours in the first 28 days. It is nearly 3 times as much as its nearest rival.
It's over 1 billion hours more.
Yeah.
Money Heist season 4 is in 619 million.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever that's never been caught. Nobody's ever catching that for Squid Game. Not in a non-English language TV show. What was the most English language one? I can cut some of this out because it's quite boring, I imagine. But, so it's even 1 billion hours more than Bridgerton.
Yeah.
This is incredible. It is incredible.
Yeah, it's huge numbers.
No, but check out that website. It's top10.netflix.com. It's actually really interesting. It's quite a nice design to it as well.
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
Let's talk about another stand-up comedian.
Okay.
Do you know Russell Howard?
I've seen Russell Howard live. I don't know why I said that like that. Russell Howard live.
He has announced that his new stand-up show, Lubricant, will premiere on Netflix on December 14th. It will be accompanied by a companion documentary.
Okay.
They will both release on the same day.
They're going to follow him on his tour, I assume.
I would assume so. Yeah, if you like him, you like his comedy, you can check that out just before Christmas.
I've seen Russell Howard live. I'm not a huge fan of his, but I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty ambivalent to him, to be honest.
Same.
There was a point where, and this seems to happen with a lot of these comedians, isn't it? Where they start to come up, start to make a bit of a name for themselves, and then boom, everywhere, on everything, every channel, and he definitely went through that, and he's kind of gone away, and coming back. So last week was Disney Plus Day.
I saw that.
An absolute shed load of announcements.
Yeah, there really was.
Too much
to announce on one day.
Yeah,
probably seemed a bit overkill, didn't it?
This was a bit of a conversation in the Discord this week, wasn't it? How excited can you be about a picture or regardless of how wonderfully drawn the storyboard is or whatever they release, about something that's not coming out for 4 years?
Yeah, exactly. Why release anything for 4 years away?
2 or 3 or 4 years, which is what they've done. Do we want to keep our powder dry a bit, Disney?
You'd think Disney just are all about getting people to subscribe to Disney Plus. That's
fine.
At the minute, that's all they want to do. Every bit of their marketing is going against.
Does me knowing that an Obi-Wan Kenobi show is coming in 2 years make me want to just
no? They're probably banking on you thinking, "Oh, there's an Obi-Wan Kenobi show coming. I'll subscribe to Disney Plus."
Yeah,
and then realizing it's 4 years away.
Maybe.
So yeah,
there is more Star Wars and Marvel stuff coming, and you can shake a stick at.
So there's an Obi-Wan and a Boba Fett series coming. Marvel was loads of stuff coming, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Even to the point of She-Hulk, which seems a bit really. That X-Men cartoon looks quite good.
Oh, yeah, we're getting a revival of the original X-Men, the animated series, which I remember you watching on a Saturday morning.
I used to watch it as well.
It's going to just start where the last one left off, so still in the 90s and crack on.
Yeah.
Even Agatha Harkness from WandaVision is getting her own series.
Which is interesting because WandaVision was great, so if it's the follow-up to that, then we don't need it. We don't need any of these. Pixar's getting quite a lot of shit coming. There's loads. Hocus Pocus 2, Disenchanted. Willow?
Yeah, Willow, the TV series.
Jesus. Baymax. They're just literally going to throw everything at every property they own, aren't
Getting a Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers remake starring Andy Samberg.
I mean, if you've got kids, why have you not got Disney Plus?
Oh, sure.
I mean, there's stuff on there. I haven't got it, but there's stuff on there that I would get it for. Yeah, it's crazy. All of their marketing for everything they're releasing at the minute is please go and get Disney Plus. But there's a lot of good content on there.
I've got a trifecta for you here of questions.
Okay.
Do you like Tiger King?
Yeah, I liked the first series. I haven't seen the second as of yet.
Do you like TikTok?
No, I'm too old for TikTok.
Do you like opera?
I don't think I've ever seen an opera. Have you ever been to an opera?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah, several.
Oh.
Would you? Only because someone like...
Because your wife likes opera.
No.
You get dragged along to these things.
Because my mother's done some
of course she has.
Singing and stuff like that. Would you be interested in watching a TikTok-pra?
A TikTok-pra?
About Tiger King?
No. I can't say I would.
That's a shame. Because you can do that on Netflix's YouTube account.
Really?
Because
Netflix's YouTube account's a strange place, isn't it?
It really is.
It really is.
You can go straight from Mr. Puzzles Wants You to Be Less Alive to Tiger King the TikTok-pra. Because Netflix has teamed up with the English National Opera and Stars of TikTok to promote Tiger King 2, which I'm sure we'll mention in a few minutes. They've done a 5-act opera.
Okay.
It's 5 60-second videos, so it'll only take you 5 minutes to watch. But yeah, Tiger King, the TikTok-pra, is now available on Netflix's YouTube channel.
Okay. Well, that's weird. I will watch it. It's fine. If it's only 5 minutes, why not? I've never watched
At least there's a bit of invention to that promotional
If it's a TikTok-pra, why is it not on TikTok?
I presume it is on all the people who's involved accounts. Okay. I do not have TikTok, so I couldn't.
Nor do I. Far too old for TikTok. Cool. Any more news?
That's the news.
That is the news. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've watched a few things. Should we go back to Red Notice?
Yeah, why not?
Because I have watched that.
It's me too.
The biggest movie that Netflix has ever released of all time ever.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I didn't hate it. I thought it was a fine popcorn movie. Okay. It's a Saturday night pizza and a Magnum movie. That's how I like to describe these things. And that's what it was. It's fine. It's shit, but it's fine.
I also didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I was surprised how bad it looked in places.
Yeah, some of the CGI is terrible.
Yeah, like it's pretty. Cinematography, the locations, the people.
Yeah.
All look very beautiful.
They're all very beautiful people.
But there's maybe it's through watching some of this stuff with too much of a critical eye, because the first scene when The Rock is chasing after Ryan Reynolds, it is so obviously not Ryan Reynolds. It's some of the worst like stunt cover up.
Yeah,
it really
even
took me
I
out
noticed
of it.
That, and I didn't.
I don't usually
like
notice that sort of stuff.
The worst bit though was in the bullfighting arena.
Awful.
What was that?
Oh,
what director's watching that thinking? Yeah, that'll do.
That'll pass.
That'll pass.
$200 million this movie cost.
I reckon with a camcorder and a green screen, you could have done that better. It looked horrendous.
Yeah, it did.
They were clearly not there. The crowd animations were like something out of FIFA 97. It was bad, man. It was really bad.
It surprised me. I'm glad you spotted that.
I'd have put that on the cutting room floor. That's that whole scene.
Yeah,
because it made the film. That really took me out, and I'm like, I'm watching a badly made movie here.
My other big problem with it, and I was fine with it overall. It was brainless, stupid. Yeah. It's not great. It's fine. I did feel a bit sorry for Ryan Reynolds because I'm sure he needs no sympathy whatsoever for his huge paycheck.
I think he's absolutely fine.
But my God, his character is annoying in this.
Yeah.
It's literally every line he has is a quip.
Ryan Reynolds has done that.
No dialogue.
Ryan Reynolds has done that in every single film he's made since Deadpool, because Deadpool is that.
Yeah,
and he's just done. He's now just Deadpool in every film he makes.
And some of them are awful.
Yeah,
they just nothing. A lot of it does not land at all.
Yeah,
and
right.
it's like,
mate,
he just can't. Good. You are not good in this.
He just can't seem to not be Deadpool anymore, and I don't know why. But everything I've seen him in, agreed. Everything I've seen him in since, he's just been Deadpool, even in real life. Do you know it's the first ever Netflix original subtitled into Welsh?
Yes, I did see that.
I saw that because he's got a Wrexham Football Club.
But it got to the point. It's like, no, this is really annoying, because like someone will say something to him and then it's just a quip, and it's like, oh, well, that's nothing to do with what the other characters just said.
It's not a great film. It's fine for a Saturday night while you're eating a pizza with a Magnum at the end. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Why it's Netflix's big thing of this year. I don't know why they put all their money. They put
Should
their money
we
behind
expect
it
better? It's a popcorn flick, isn't it?
It's completely that.
You can go and look harder and find some better stuff.
Listening to a podcast this week, and somebody made the point of Netflix now have got to the stage where it doesn't matter if something's good or not.
They will find ways to make
there's so much content that they're producing that it's going to hit with somebody.
Yeah,
it will land with somebody no matter what it is. There isn't Netflix films are not unsuccessful, none of them.
Sure,
because they all make more money than their budgets.
And they'll just find a metric to.
Yeah. It's like
just make a new one up.
This guy described it as having a massive a wall the size of a dartboard, and you just throw shitloads of darts in, and you're never going to miss.
Yeah,
and it's spot on. It was absolutely spot on.
Because if it's their stuff, it's never not there.
No, exactly. It's always there. So it's fine.
Drawing people in. So
they've probably made their money back by new subscribers just to watch Red Notice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So there's no coincidence that a lot of the Rock's films, like Jumanji, for instance, made it there recently.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Can I go briefly back to the Eternals? Because I'm confused by something that happened in it, and I would like to see people's opinions on why that happened and explain to me what happened. Batman and Superman both get a shout out in it.
Okay.
Why is that happening in Marvel films?
That just to be
I don't know.
Witty and
it threw me completely. The Batman one happened and I was like, well, that's weird. And then the Superman happened one and I was like, that's weird, but also now done intentionally.
Yeah.
And it really threw me. So if anybody knows why that's happened, can you just let me know? Because it took me out of the film completely.
Oh, that's
because then it made me think,
not had the effect,
why am Marvel shouting out DC?
Yeah, meant to have.
No, because they mentioned them as if they were characters. So those characters exist in the Marvel universe, but as comic book characters.
Okay.
It messed with my brain, man. Have you watched anything else?
Sounds unnecessary. I've watched Home Sweet Home Alone on Disney+.
Oh, really? The Home Alone remake?
Reimagining.
And?
My expectations were so low. They were in the sewer.
Because the trailer's dreadful. And
yeah.
It looks like a dreadful film.
And this is not needed. There's already like 4 or 5 Home Alone films and spin-offs. And so why are you doing another one?
Home Alone stands up as well. Home Alone is not aged at all.
Watch it most years.
Yeah, same.
My kids love it. It's great.
Watch it whenever you want. It's not a Christmas film, so you can watch it whenever you want to.
Because my expectations were so goddamn low.
Yeah. You're going to tell me it's great, aren't you?
I'm not going to tell you it's great. I'm going to tell you it was better than my absolutely no expectations. The kid's bad.
Really? Isn't it a kid from Jojo Rabbit?
I don't know.
I think it is. And he was good.
I didn't think he was great. I didn't think many people were great in this. I give it a little bit more credit because there is a bit more to it than there's just some robbers coming to steal the house.
Right, okay.
So there's a bit of a setup where I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so that's why these adults want this kid. You've
got a bit of story there.
Yeah, that's probably the only positive thing.
Did the kids like it? I presume you watched it with the kids.
Yes, right? Yeah.
You know, sitting there
they quite liked it.
Good.
They quite liked it.
Have they seen Home Alone?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. But they said they didn't like it as much.
Good.
This boy's not as good as that boy. And then I told them that boy was my age now, and they just
that blew
didn't
their
believe
minds.
it whatsoever. So
I think he's slightly older.
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
I wasn't going to.
Okay. How about you?
No, I don't think I've watched anything other than Red Notice. I obviously went to the cinema last night. I've mentioned that. I did finish The Detectorists. We probably should talk about that for the last time.
Okay.
That's a show about metal detecting people.
Yeah.
And it made me cry twice.
Oh,
and it
brilliant.
shouldn't be allowed. That shouldn't be allowed, but it did. The finale is so beautiful.
It's wonderful.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
Promise this is the last time we'll talk about this 5-year-old show, but we just found it a few weeks ago, and it's just wonderful.
It's Schitt's Creek good. It's up there. It's that good.
So good.
So that finale is a beautiful piece of TV. It's one of those things where nothing bad happens to people. And it
does.
Yeah,
in the show.
But it gets resolved, and a bit like Schitt's Creek, it does happen, but it all works out nicely in the end. And I feel like I'm on board with that at the minute. I don't know why.
Yeah, sure.
I like good stuff happening to good people.
Exactly.
It's beautiful. It's a wonderful TV show.
It's really funny as well.
It did, and it made me cry twice. One in season 2 and one in season 3.
There you go.
So, fuck you, show. I don't think I've been watching anything else. Oh, I have seen the first 2 episodes of Lock and Key now.
Oh right, I've not gone back past the.
I think
premiere
I've done 2 or 3. It's all right. It's not. I'm not as into it as I was in season 1.
Yeah, not driving you forward.
No, I'm not desperately thinking I need to go downstairs and watch the next episode.
Okay.
The second episode of Dexter was great.
Oh, cool.
So that's
cool. I forgot about that.
So far, that I'm really impressed with what they've done with that. The kid who's playing Harrison is really good.
Excellent.
I think that's all I've watched.
Good.
We were going to do the top 10, but we've just done a whole thing on that new website, so we're not going to do the top 10. So that just leads us to finish off Betaal.
Yeah.
And tell you what we're doing next.
On Extending the Rods.
Extending the Rods.
Our watch-along TV show segment.
Now, I watched the last episode of Betaal on Sunday night.
Okay.
So I can't remember what happened.
I think I watched it a couple of days ago, I think possibly on Monday. Basically, it's the final showdown between the demons and the remaining crew in the barracks.
This whole show's been set in that one bunker, hasn't it?
Yeah, on one night.
On one night.
Like, several hours, even.
Yeah. Like we said the other week, it's a film that's been cut into 4 TV shows, 4 episodes of a TV show. Because they all follow on as well, don't they? There's no,
they do.
Gappage.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's a good TV show.
I really enjoyed this last episode.
Yeah, I thought the third one wasn't great, but the fourth one was really good.
I think there was definitely some padding in the third one, like we said, when they were sort of giving the backstory.
Yeah.
But this was pretty much balls to the wall action.
It was just, the zombies got in and they were in.
The sort of rubber, almost like They Live zombies.
Yeah.
Which kind of
purple
rubbery masks. But it kind of works because everything's dark and rainy.
It's nice to see zombies that are not just overly made up humans now.
And they did look, they were a good design. And
purple face and bulging eyes. That's what I want from my zombies.
Possibly my favourite moment in any Extending the Rods episode we've ever done happened in this series. In this episode.
I know what you're going to say.
And the zombies burst in, and Vikram was behind he set up a cannon basically. They'd booby trapped the barracks, and as the zombies burst in, obviously they're all in an English colonial army. He just says, "Now it's time for a hard Brexit, you motherfuckers,"
and sets off the cannon.
Destroys half of this regiment of zombies. I laughed out loud.
So did I.
I thought it was great.
You texted me and said there's a great one-liner in this, and as soon as he said that, I was like, well, I know what Nick's flipping. One thing I will mention is there's a shitload more zombies in this episode than in any of the others. Yeah. Where did in any of the others there was like 5, and in this one there's 500.
And I also laughed from an unintentional laugh when they all snuck out of the barracks. Within about a metre of a big group of zombies, and they just weren't noticed at all.
Yeah,
I was like,
another thing that made me laugh is when they did that. There was 5 of them that escaped, wasn't there? So they were like, "We're going to walk in a line to be discreet, and we're going to have a number. So I'll say 1,
so we know we're all.
So
here.
we know we're all here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5." And they do it twice, and then the zombie goes 6, and it happens twice. And it's
like, I
was pissing myself because they didn't even notice it the first time, I don't think. And then he tries to slaughter them all.
Yeah,
it's great. It's really good. It's a lot of fun.
It's silly,
it's stupid,
but it's fun, and it's
like they got this cannon because the guy was like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, I can fix anything."
Yes,
He's like, literally. anything.
Yeah, the guy from the mining company.
Yeah.
Who had barely been in it since the first episode.
Yeah, he's just a side character.
Yeah, they suddenly A-team this cannon, don't they?
Yeah.
Fill it with nails and
he just sits there and he's like, oh, by the way,
I'm a mechanical
anything.
genius.
I'm a mechanical engineer genius. I can fix anything. And then this cannon just works. And they fill it with like nails and screws and stuff.
Yeah.
And just fire it at these zombies. And it's amazing. It's just like, yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Why not have a character that can just do anything you want him to do?
To help you escape this barracks that you've been stuck in for 3 episodes.
I'd much prefer that than to them just find a cannon that worked.
Yeah.
For him to go, I'll just fix that. It's fine. And then we'll blow them all up. 4 episodes into a show.
I don't know why the
final
this
showdown
wasn't useful that I mentioned earlier.
yeah. The final showdown between the main zombie and the main army man. That was really good as well. The like finale, I guess.
And then there was a sting in the tail.
Yeah.
Because the sort of 3 survivors were driving away.
Yeah.
And the little girl reads the rest of the legend in the book.
Yeah, she says... it was like that thing in the other week, wasn't it? It was like, when last week in Destruction Las Vegas, and they hadn't read the whole thing. Yeah. And she's like, I'll just finish this.
She's like,
there's another page here.
Did we just destroy the shrine? Yeah, it's engulfed in flames behind us. Oh, the legend says, if you destroy the shrine, you release the true power of the demon...
To the world.
And then we cut to a news report where a load of ye old colonial ships are approaching the... I
think it was Tokyo.
Yeah, the shore.
Yeah, the whole world's fucked because they didn't read the instructions properly.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's the true Army of the Dead right there.
Where would you put Betaal on the list of shows that we've done so far? What have we done so far?
The Island,
Alice in Borderland,
and Blood Ride.
I think it's second. And I don't want to be harsh on Blood Ride because I really enjoyed that. But I think that's third. So I think I'd go...
No, I would agree.
I'd go Alice in Borderland is the best one. And it's now a huge Netflix hit. Then I'd go this. Then I'd go this.
Yeah.
Then Blood Ride. And then quite clearly at the bottom is The Island.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe we should do a stream table of the shows.
We don't need any more tables.
we love a table. We love a chart. So, we've done with Betaal. That's our Indian zombie feature done.
Yeah.
We need a new show.
We do.
Have we got a new show?
We have.
We have, indeed.
We are going to watch an animation.
Yeah. We found this animation show, haven't we?
We have.
It's foreign, and I didn't check where it's foreign of. Foreign of? So you talk about it while I look it up.
We're going to watch Tear Along the Dotted Line.
Yeah. We're going to do this one slightly different as well.
Yeah, there are... It won't take as long to do this because there are only 6 episodes and they are only 15 minutes each. So we're going to do 2 a week.
2 a week. It's Italian.
Okay.
So we're into Italian stuff this season, apparently.
Yeah, come back on Thursday to listen to us.
Do you want a synopsis?
Classic horror story. Yes, please.
It says, a cartoonist in Rome with his armadillo for a conscience reflects on his path in life and a would-be love as he and his friends travel outside the city.
Cool.
It looks good. I like the animation style from what I've seen so far. IMDb rating, 9.3.
Wow. Okay.
So this isn't...
Kind of wish you hadn't told me that. I'm now going to have very high expectations.
This is bottom of the stream because we've never heard of it. But this is it's only got 86 ratings.
Oh, okay. So, that is...
So yeah, it's bottom of the... It says bottom of the stream as it comes, but it's highly regarded by the people that have watched it. So we're going to do that.
Tear Along the Dotted Line.
2 episodes a week. So if you're watching along with us, you can watch the first 2 this week.
And we'll come back next week.
Come back next week to talk about them. Do we have anything else we need to do? I think we're done, aren't we?
We've already talked about what's coming on Thursday.
Yep.
But
come back on Thursday.
Come back and listen to us.
Talk about...
A classic horror story.
And that's what the film's called. It's not a description of the film. I'm going to make that joke a lot because it's funny. And it's actually made in the film as well. So yeah, come back and do that. And we'll be there on Thursday for you. Right there in your feed.
Cheers.
Bye.